a clean start from everybody. Again, Morelli gets it moving well from the middle of the second row. Is he going to be in the leading trio going to the first corner? But it's Hakim Danish who has the advantage over Brian Uriarte.
And there it is, Brian Uriarte and Marco Morelli then into third from fifth on the grid. That's the launch that he was aiming to get yesterday, but Pugliese looks up his inside, doesn't actually make the move stick at all, but it is Danish with about a bike length through into first position. Uriarte trying to go with, and this is where it all went wrong for many riders yesterday. There's Christian Daniel Jr. round the outside in turn 4. He's moving up a couple of spots then, it seemed, or round about where he was to start the race. Is that Veda Pratama already well inside the top 10? I think it is. Onto the back straight, Carter Thompson was on the inside. I saw the number 50. He's now moved up to 5th spot. Great stuff from the Aussie.
Veda Pratama up to 7th place already from 15th on the grid.
Absolutely cracking. What a lad he is. Absolutely love watching him ride. Indonesia, you've really got a superstar in the making, haven't you? Morelli looks up the inside of Uriarte, but doesn't make it stick there. We've got Singapong, who's made a much better start this time around. Great stuff from the Thai rider, the number 85 in 7th, just behind your man, Veda Pratama.
Right, they come through the sweeping right-handers. This is where Pratama did that passing on the leading duo yesterday. He's there. It'll be hard on the brakes now to the final left-hander and out onto the start and finish straight to end the first lap.
And this is interesting, Peter. Come around the final turn then, I reckon your top 6, those are your championship favourites. If you were to ask me that at the start of the season, who do I think are going to be the run for the win this year? Those top 6, Danish, Uriarte, Morelli, Pugliese, Thompson and Pratama. These are the riders I'm watching for victories this year, and this is the order that we're seeing now in race 2 in Jerez.
Now, can Brian Uriarte do the same thing as he did manage yesterday to break this up, this leading group, and make it just a battle between 2 or 3 of them at the front?
And Pratama scythed his way through on the Australian of Thompson into turn 2 there, moving up into 5th position now.
And as I said, Carter Thompson said that I failed to go with Pratama yesterday when he came through the field, and I'm sure he's going to lock onto his tail this time around.
Down the back straight once again, there's the number 7 of Benyat Fernandez.
Oh my goodness, it took him half a lap longer this time to go from 15th to 3rd.
He's over it. Time to call it quits on the old career then. As we see, that's Morelli trying to muscle his way back through on Benyat Fernandez. He got pushed wide and bogged down through a couple of corners there. He's now got Christian Daniel Jr. for company as well, whose form has really come on in this to start his 2nd year in Rookies Cup 2.
Right, so 13 laps remaining. And it's all to play for, because there's Hakim Danish trying to make a break on it there, and he has now opened up as big a gap as we saw any time yesterday over Brian Uriarte. Brian worked hard on the brakes.
This is absolutely classic though from Rookies Cup, race 2, and they've all done their homework overnight, and it's much more bunched up and much more sensible than it was yesterday. Everyone saw what happened with the leading trio, thought, can't let him get away again, can we? Goodness me.
And Hakim said he wasn't planning to change the motorcycle. He said the motorcycle was great. He said, I am just going to push a bit harder tomorrow. And we're already seeing that at the end of lap 2.
So then, Benyat Fernandez, easily the best of the first years in so far in Rookies Cup, you've got to say. 5th place he is now.
And the fastest lap of the race so far.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. Very impressive from that young Spaniard right there.
So Uriarte has his sights set on the tail.
Wow, and now he goes up in a 4th.
Oh, that made me jump.
Yeah, that's not your characteristic overtaking spot, because you do sacrifice a bit of your run onto the back straight there, don't you? So, but he's not lost too much speed. If anything, he really made Carter Thompson properly sit up and lose a bit of speed down there, as Fernandez now moves up in a 3rd.
Well, he's going for it, isn't it? Absolutely. Presumably he knows his way round here, being a Spanish hero, and he's now got in front of Veda Pratama. Well, we didn't see anybody pass Veda yesterday.
And now he's going into 2nd.
Oh, my goodness gracious,
Uriarte's thinking, who's the number 7? Who are you, mate?
Well, and it's what he said in the pre-show, didn't he? You know, we have new guys coming. You don't know how good they're going to be. They're chosen from the selection event for a reason, and we're now seeing what that reason is.
Yeah, exactly. Absolute cracker. I'm going to give a shout-out as well to Zen Mitani into 13th spot, up from outside the top 20 on the grid. His form's confidence really coming on. He had a great race yesterday to finish up 7th spot. He's only 2 seconds off the lead at the moment. He's on the back of this group pretty well at the moment. So keep your eye on the Japanese rider.
And already the tone of this race completely different to yesterday. So we'd already, by this huge group, how many is it in fact? It's like 15 guys, 14, 15 guys, all seen as the front group.
Yeah, pretty well. So if you're outside of the front group, basically you're going to get no points. And there's Fernandez again up the inside of Uriarte, but is he going to get the cut back, the number 51, the race winner yesterday? And Danish, though, he's really drilling the pace. What are we doing now? So 149.7. That's not too far off what we were doing yesterday. Fernandez with a 49.2, but that's half a second quicker than Danish on that last lap. So these cooler conditions, it is faster than it was yesterday, Peter.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's very interesting to see that, in fact, the cooler conditions helping things apparently at the moment. And this group just absolutely all over each other. Superb stuff.
Well, tension rising then, 11 laps to go, and oh, Fernandez, a big twitch there.
And he's gone from 2nd to 4th. That's how quickly things change. Uriarte now in 2nd ahead of Pratama.
Ramersdorf has had a better run of it in the opening laps as well, from 3rd on the grid. He's 9th now, just on the back of this proper, I guess this is the lead group now, the top 9 or so, but you've got chasers just a second or so back, led by Gonzalez, the number 11.
Yeah, and it's great to see Carter Thompson there in 5th, you know, Morelli there in 6th. We know these guys are both, you know, Morelli said he had the feeling yesterday that if he'd been able to go with them, he would have been able to race at the front. And let's see, he's with them now. Can he live up to what he said yesterday?
These are 2 riders who really do need Rookies Cup. You know, they turn up and race this as sort of their final option to try and make it in the Grand Prix world. And it's great to see riders like that making it stick.
Danish still looking super cool, super smooth. He really has learned so much in the 3 years. This is his 3rd year in Rookies Cup. You know, he was quick from day 1 in Rookies Cup, but it wasn't predictable, it wasn't reliable, and he knows that that is the biggest thing he had to change this year. He won a race last year, and he knows that it's really just putting the consistency together is what is required.
And this is what Rookies Cup is all about. You know, they get a maximum of 3 years, and actually for some riders, it does take 3 years to make that real big step, doesn't it? So you certainly, Malaysia hopes to see Danish in the Moto3 World Championship going forward as their next potential Grand Prix hero. And he's really doing the business now. Someone's down there into turn 5. I couldn't quite see who it was, but it had the yellow helmet. They're up and walking, we can see in the background, but that is a fast accident to have right there. I think it was Gonzalez, the number 11. It is, unfortunately. Rider okay.
Okay. And that has just broken up that group a bit. Ramersdorf in 11th place.
Meanwhile, we have Pratama up into 2nd place. Uriarte getting bullied a little bit by the likes of Fernandez. He's saying, guys, please stick with me. We can't let them get away. And Thompson's going to go, get out of town, mate.
Get out of the way. You know,
get out of it. Can't actually say what an Aussie probably would say, to be honest, as we get taken off air. But
yeah, there you go. Right. Still Hakim Danish now with Uriarte locked into his tail, and in fact they're side by side. Is Brian going to have a go up the inside? He does very nicely, very smooth overtaking manoeuvre to take the lead for Brian Uriarte. Oh, sorry, I know Veda Pratama. I do beg your pardon. Veda Pratama it was who did the outbreaking manoeuvre to take the lead. Veda Pratama leads now with Hakim Danish. Brian Uriarte in 3rd place.
So now we've got,
And although he was super successful yesterday, Veda Pratama did say he was going to look at the bike. He wondered if it was possible to make it a little bit better for the race today. But he's now been reparked, and someone has taken the opportunity to go up the inside.
Cheeky, but was it naughty? That'll be the question for race direction. And was it too naughty? There we go. So, well, Fernandez certainly benefits from that. He's in 3rd place then. He's got Morelli for company. Thompson, you've got Christian Daniel Jr. for the podium.
Absolutely superb stuff.
Zenmitani watch, number 34, up into 9th now, so he's on the back of this group.
8 laps to go. And it'll be interesting to see just where, if Brian gets back on the motorcycle and where he rejoins the race.
Well, he's not crossed the finish line yet, so I know he is just now, but he's cruising, Peter. I think he's, I think that's curtains for his race at the moment.
Well, that's right. There's still 21 riders plus 23 he's the 23rd rider, so you know he's very unlikely to pick up any points. You know, if he can, he'll keep going, but from that position, it's not likely that he's going to find any points.
Big shame for him, but this is what we say about Rookies Cup. There are no foregone conclusions. Might well be the favourite, but all it takes is one move from another rider and bump off he goes. You can see how bent his handlebar is. Yeah, that's right. It's hanging down the side of the fairing. I'm surprised he's even got full steering lock on it. It seems to almost be, touching the fairing there. He's got problems. Obviously the motorcycle's running. He's going to keep going and just hope that he might be lucky enough to get some points. Down the back straight he comes then, but it's all, completely all over the place, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Irresponsible riding. So Fernandez has got a long lap penalty. That'll put him a little bit out the running. So fair enough. I mean, that'll be the race direction and the stewards deciding that one. At this level, they want to really enforce good riding etiquette at this age, don't you? I mean, obviously, it's the most important race of their lives at the moment. However, you know, it's not the end of the world if you don't win a race because you're doing a bit of irresponsible riding. We're not talking big cash money prizes.
No, he just set the fastest lap of the race too, but he's now got to do a long lap penalty. And he's only got a few laps to do that. Let's hope he's taking a notice of his of the screen in front of him, of the lights on his screen and on the boards that he's being shown at the start and finish.
There is a big neon yellow. There's two, in fact, big neon yellow boards as they cross the start and finish day, which say long lap penalty number 7. It will also come up on his dash. He cannot miss it, which is why they get 3 laps to actually complete it. Otherwise, they are failing to comply and they get given another one.
Right, okay, so now we have Vader Pratama that leading. He's been unable to break away. As I said, he was thinking of making perhaps some change to the motorcycle.
Oh, Dinesh in a second place. Wow, he goes from 5th to 2nd. Goodness me, that was brilliant.
Yeah, he really slid it in there, didn't he? Yeah, absolutely superb stuff.
Got to give a shout out as well to Christian Daniel Jr. just off the back of this group then. So he really is a tall order to regroup after a mistake that cost him and another rider their race yesterday. So yeah, really good job from him to be back up and fighting for this victory as well.
Yeah, and there's the number 7. He's certainly not, relaxing, not easing off at the moment. And let's see whether he does go for that long lap penalty. He's coming down to the section now at the end of the lap. So it's the 54 Veda Pratama that leads. Will Benyat Fernandez do his long lap penalty now?
Let's see. He's going wide. Yes, he's going to do it now. But he cannot touch the green, Peter. That's the key. And it's always very dirty there as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
so did he touch the green? That'll be the key. So, yeah, well done for him for getting it done. So he's just off the back of this group. That's the number 24, Guillaume Plom, who's another rider, backed for a 3rd year, I think, and having a much better run of it this year, find his form. A
nasty bobble for Benyat Fernandez as he went into the right-hander at the end of the start and finished straight there. He's obviously pushing very hard to get back on terms. It is possible, with 6 laps to go, that he can still win this race.
Totally. There is Alejandra Fernandez. Running around at the moment in 22nd. She's only 7/10 off Lucas Brown, but still feeling rough as old boots.
Yeah, the poor girl was really white as a sheet in practice on Friday. Obviously not well at all. And superb to see her actually finish the race yesterday. Okay, so back with the leaders then. It is Veda Pratama, the 54.
Oh! Long lap penalty for Benyat Fernandez. Failure to comply with long lap penalty. That'll be because he touched the green, Peter. I did say I wondered.
He looked as though he'd been sleeping for a few laps, but he's certainly not sleeping now because the Argentine.
Oh, who's down? Vader's gone down. Oh, goodness me! So that's two of the top 3 yesterday, and that didn't look like anybody. No. Well, he certainly
that was his favourite corner from yesterday. It's where he did all the overtaking. He said, I just like it. It doesn't like it today.
Well, yes, certainly not. It looked like he certainly thinks someone impacted his corner and took him out, but it didn't look like he just lost the rear.
What an incredible, as you say, reversal of fortunes from yesterday.
And look at way wide there. Ragged. Absolutely ragged. So think he needs to settle down a bit. Another long lap penalty coming his way. Yeah, the boards are still out, so he's not done it this lap, so he's going to have to do it